Wellness Rhythm Show. Find your rhythm. Live your wellness.
Y'all, let me tell you, I was standing in a Target last month and I saw a red light therapy wand next to the face creams and I thought, okay, either this is genuinely amazing or wellness just reached peak absurdity.
Right, and that is exactly the question, isn't it? Because red light therapy, or photobiomodulation if you want the proper term, has gone from clinical research labs to your local pharmacy shelf in what feels like about 5 minutes.
Which means we need to talk about it. What's actually backed by science, what's pure marketing fluff, and honestly, is it worth your money?
Exactly. And the answer is genuinely more nuanced than either the enthusiasts or the skeptics would have you believe. So let's get into it.
Okay, so first things first. For anyone who's heard the term but isn't quite sure what we mean, red light therapy, what is it actually?
Right. So at its core, photobiomodulation is the use of specific wavelengths of light, typically in the red range around 630 to 700 nanometers, and near infrared around 800 to 1100 nanometers, to stimulate biological responses in cells.
And not just any light. This isn't a tanning bed, it's not your bathroom light bulb.
Correct. The wavelengths matter enormously. What makes this interesting is that these specific wavelengths can penetrate skin tissue and appear to interact with mitochondria, the energy-producing parts of our cells.
The mitochondria, I feel like David saves that word for moments where he really wants to impress people.
Ha, guilty. But here's the thing, the mechanism is actually plausible, which is more than you can say for a lot of wellness trends.
So talk to me about the science, like who's actually researching this?
Right, so this isn't fringe stuff. The research goes back decades. Dr. Tina Carew, a Russian biophysicist, did foundational work in the 1980s and 90s establishing the cellular mechanisms. NASA actually funded early studies on wound healing and plant growth in space.
NASA. Okay, that got my attention.
And more recently, the research has been published in journals like Photobiomodulation, Photomedicine, and Laser Surgery. There are legitimate clinical trials. The challenge is that the quality and scale of those trials varies considerably.
So what areas have the strongest evidence?
Wound healing and tissue repair, that's probably the most robust category. Musculoskeletal pain, joint inflammation, and certain skin conditions also have reasonably solid research behind them. The World Association for Laser Therapy has published dosing guidelines based on this evidence.
Here's the thing though, when I'm scrolling through Instagram and someone's telling me their red light panel gave them the skin of a 25-year-old, that feels like a very different conversation.
And that gap between clinical evidence and consumer marketing is precisely where things get problematic.
So let's actually dig into some of the specific claims. Skin benefits first because that's where most people encounter this.
Right. So for skin, there is legitimate research. A 2014 study published in the journal Photomedicine and Laser Surgery showed measurable improvements in skin complexion, collagen density, and the appearance of fine lines. Dr. Alexander Wunsch, a German photobiologist, has also written extensively on the topic.
Okay, so that one has some backing.
It does. But the important caveats are dosage, consistency, and the quality of the device. A cheap one from a pharmacy shelf is not the same as a medical-grade device used in a clinical study.
Which brings me to my honest personal experience here. I tried one of those handheld devices for about 6 weeks, and I was looking at my face every single day expecting some dramatic transformation.
And?
Honestly, nothing dramatic. Maybe my skin looked a little more, alive. But I could not tell you if that was the red light or the fact that I was drinking more water that month.
That is actually a perfectly valid observation, and it highlights a real issue with self-reported outcomes in this space. Placebo effects and lifestyle confounders are significant.
So what would someone realistically expect with a quality device used consistently?
Modest, gradual improvements. We are not talking overnight transformation. Studies suggest consistent use over 8 to 12 weeks may produce measurable collagen stimulation and some reduction in surface inflammation. But the effect sizes in most skin studies are moderate, not dramatic.
And for pain and inflammation, that's where I've heard some more compelling stories.
Right, and this is where the evidence is arguably stronger. A 2009 Cochrane review, which is about as credible a source as you get, examined red light therapy for neck pain and found statistically significant benefits. The research on joint conditions like osteoarthritis also looks promising.
If you're in the sandwich generation, dealing with your own aching joints while also trying to keep up with your kids or grandkids, that's a genuinely useful potential tool.
Exactly. And for athletes or active adults, there's decent evidence around muscle recovery. A meta-analysis published in the journal Lasers in Medical Science in 2018 found that pre-exercise application reduced muscle fatigue and improved performance outcomes.
Okay, so now let's get into the stuff where I'm calling the hype police. Because I've seen claims about red light therapy curing depression, reversing Alzheimer's, growing hair back.
Right, let's be very clear here. Some of those areas have preliminary research. There is genuinely intriguing early work on photobiomodulation and brain health, including studies from researchers at Harvard Medical School like Dr. Michael Hamblin. But preliminary means promising, not proven.
And that distinction matters so much, especially for people who might be dealing with serious health challenges and are looking for hope.
Absolutely, we are firmly in wellness territory on this show, not medical territory. Red light therapy is not a treatment for any clinical condition, full stop.
Right. And if something is marketed to you as a cure for a serious disease, that's your signal to step back.
Hard agree. Now here's what I find genuinely useful about this topic for our audience specifically. For people in midlife and beyond, the recovery dimension is interesting.
Say more.
As we age, cellular energy production declines. Mitochondrial function, there's that word again, decreases. The hypothesis is that photobiomodulation may support cellular energy production, which could partly explain the recovery and tissue repair effects.
So it's not magic. It's basically like giving your cells a little nudge.
That is a surprisingly accurate lay description, yes.
I'll take it. And speaking of things worth your time, if this episode is useful to you, please do us a favor. Hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps us reach more people who are trying to cut through exactly this kind of wellness noise.
Very much appreciated by both of us.
Okay, so practically speaking, someone listening to this is thinking, right, should I actually try this? What do they need to know?
First, wavelengths matter. Look for devices with red light at 630 to 660 nanometers and near-infrared at 830 to 850 nanometers. Those are the ranges with the most research support.
Second, I'd add, consider what you're actually trying to address. Surface skin concerns might be addressed with a smaller, less expensive device. Deeper tissue or full-body goals really do need a larger panel.
And third, quality certification. In the US, look for FDA clearance as a low-risk device. In the UK, CE marking. Devices without any regulatory marking are a risk I would not take.
Fourth, consistency. This is not a 3-day experiment. You're committing to weeks of regular use, otherwise you're just not giving it a fair chance.
And finally, price is not automatically a guarantee of quality. There are mid-range devices in the $200 to $500 range that perform comparably to devices costing several times more, based on independent third-party testing by sources like the Juve comparison data and independent lab testing by groups like Platinum LED.
Here's the thing though, if you're cash-strapped, some physical therapy clinics and even certain gyms now have red light panels. Worth checking before you invest.
Brilliant point.
Okay, so if I had to leave everyone with one takeaway from this episode, it's this. Red light therapy is not snake oil, but it is also not a miracle. The evidence is real. It's just more modest and specific than the marketing would have you believe.
Right. The most honest summary I can offer is this. For skin health, muscle recovery, and joint pain, there is credible, peer-reviewed research suggesting real but moderate benefits. Approach it as one useful tool among many, not a replacement for sleep, movement, or nutrition.
And do your homework on the device before you spend $1. Y'all, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We genuinely love being your informed friend in this wild wellness world.
And if anyone tries to sell you a red light panel by invoking NASA, just remember that NASA also conducted experiments in zero gravity that didn't translate directly to your kitchen. Context matters.
On that perfectly dry note, we'll see you next time on the Wellness Rhythm Show. This show is part of the VoxCrea.AI system. If you want a show like this for your organization without building it yourself,
go to VoxCrea.AI and request a sample episode.